The screws come out.
Here's the funny thing. I wasn't hitting play yet. So now we're recording. So my wife wants lights in the ceiling. So we're going to take this piece of drywall out to facilitate. We're cutting with the tool, and then I'm sucking with the suck blow to reduce the amount of dust. So we're just going to around there, and then tomorrow when she's gone and I'm happy, I'm gonna put the drywall lift up here, and then I gotta bring her out and down.
You were happy yesterday when I was here.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Spike. Spike, what's going on? You living your best life? Arf! 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 Where's your kitty? Okay, my first sighting. She's sexy. Okay, tonight's episode is called Take That Piece of Drywall Down. So I got my drywall lift. I'm gonna rotate it, raise it up. Well, first I'll probably take some of the screws out. Kind of overdid on the screws. And yeah, it should be fun. I got cardboard down, wheels locked, at least 2 of them. At least it's not an outdoor job, because right now it's cold out there. There's white stuff everywhere. Okay, so maybe I should let you guys in on what's going on here. So we lost the ceiling. These are going to be floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, and she wants lights that shine on the books. Lights that shine on the books, and unfortunately, there's no wiring. There's no lights. We got no lightage. We got that lightage. So we got switches. And this goes down there. So basically, I'm in a fucking mess. I took down this sheet of drywall. It's now on the porch, and I'm gonna drill through and then pull a wire all the way down to the basement, hook it into the light switch that's there. This I'm probably gonna pull out and pull a new one up that way, but that's a later thing. This is, well, I want to get this done and then I move on to that one. There's some issues in doing this because I need access down below, but oh, this is my drywall lift. I call her lift. Sometimes I call her drywall, but Big Red. So anyhow, yeah, so I'll take you downstairs for a little tour, but that's the goal. 3 puck lights, bing, bing, bing. One the center to it has an equal distance between the center and the wall. You know, that. I don't know what the fuck this hand's doing. So when I tell people I deconstructed my house, meaning I saved everything that we pulled off. Flooring, check, although this is flooring for the garage. Siding for the garage. Maple flooring for the garage floor. Old floor underneath the porch. New floor for Joe's office, etc. These came out of Joe's house in the 80s. I don't know why they're here. She likes them. She wants to use them for a project or something. Well, anyhow, long story short, this, of course, had stuff over here. So I carefully restacked everything, and it's easier to restack when you know what you got as opposed to putting it in there. This is trim around windows. This beam over here, And you may notice an air gap there. That was the original beam, and I put that beam in there. And while I was underneath there removing staples, there was an electrical box that the electricians craftily just cut the cables off and left instead of taking out, because that's the way they are. Yeah, so they had basically I removed all that, and then I hit the piece of wood in my hand and it fell out. So apparently I overjacked this, and now it's been there for several years, so I'm going to leave that there. Contemplating just kind of going with the Sawzall and taking that out. I also have this support here. Is this the bestest? Probably not. Oh, that's a nice little holder. Hello, little guy. Are you in there? Let's fill that up. Anywho, so yeah, so this is better, more stacked better. Best is stacked. That wire there is actually switched. It's supposed to be up in the ceiling. So we did actually plan for that to be up there, but yeah. So electricians didn't pull it. They left it down here. I didn't find out till the drywall was done. Then I'm down here one day like, why is this electrical thing? Same thing this. I don't know what this is. I have no fucking idea why it's there. Not a clue. In fact, I should go investigate that, where that goes, because I don't know where it goes. It's just kind of hanging out there, you know. Maybe that's the one that goes up there. I don't know, because I wanted 2 outlets. So I moved all this, got this out, vacuumed it, and now my chargeable flashlight's dead. And now I need to go up there. But there's this isn't a solid beam. It's a piece of wood and a piece of wood and a piece of wood, and I don't know what's on top, but basically that holds the house up in the middle. There's a couple wood girders, because originally this is built in 1899. It just had rubble stone, just basically stone put in. So I got to get underneath there and somehow fish the wire all the way up to the top of the wall in the living room, then in the ceiling, then back over. But so today's episode was, well, yesterday was get the drywall lift, score the drywall. Then today was remove the drywall, use way too many screws. Note to self, overscrew. You have to. They're cheap. And then tomorrow's going to be fishing. So I also have a scope, a cheap USB scope that, you know, basically a snake with a camera on the end that attaches to my shitty broken, as in I hacked my Kindle based on Unix, so I can take a look up there. So I may drop the other one down. I did notice that there's no insulation on the 2x4 bay that I want to go down, so it will, that one's with the, so it's in place right around here is where it's going to come out. Then what I'll do is I'll use the existing cable, cut a little shorter, put a box up there, like the one I just took down. That was kind of stupid. Just, why didn't I just leave that? I don't know. Wasn't thinking ahead. It had wires all over it. So I'll use that, and then I'll have my switch, and she'll be happy, and then we can continue on with other projects. It's a little tenacious over here. The wiring that was in there was pretty old. This is a piece of the wiring. That's why this whole box, it's a nice box, but it had all this old cloth-based wire in there. And so I just ripped it out because it was just, and plus they chopped it all off. This, I think, is the original doorbell. It doesn't look that old. I don't know when they put that in there. Steel City, so it's American. That's good. I gotta clean this shit up. So, did a little vacuum job here. On this wall. Now that this is open up, I can see inside there, and you can actually enhance. Right there. Whoops. See some of the cables. So these are the wires coming down from that light switch coming up. I'm going to be coming through this bay over here. So, and then there's insulation over there. So one of the other advantages, open this up, is I can see where the insulation was. And there's no insulation there. So theoretically, shoot that back there. I can take a picture. What'd you guys see? You're not telling me? Great. Well, I think I'm done with the chair. I gotta take that downstairs. It's a little early to take it outside since it's still snowing. And thought I'd start on these. They've been kind of hanging out over here. Those are all done. So move on to there. The real thing I need to do is I need to mill this wood down. So these, at the bottom, you're gonna have the trim going along the wall, and then at the bottom there'll be a bigger piece called a plinth block, and it's got to be thicker think I've already talked about that. But anyhow, that's the wood for it. And there's another piece over here. I need to run it through the planer, which is down there. And then drum sand it and just prepare it, cut it. And this should, I think I got another piece like this downstairs. It should make about 5 or 6. Obviously, and I need 4 per doorway if I do both sides of the doorway. They're gonna be about, I measured it out, I think 8 inches, depending on width, if it's this trim or it's the wider trim, which this is. Oh, great, I got more. I got 4 more over here. I mean, at this point, I'm just like, let's just get this stained and get it out of here. But, she's shiny. Is that the dog's treat that I left out to remind me to give it to the dog before he left? Oh, that's fat as cat. In the making. What? Oh, he's just eating away. He likes his corn. That's the one with the funny ears. You dropped a piece. I'm here at the, I don't know what the fuck this is, drugstore. And, yeah. Is that like, is it a cranberry Nature's Gummy? Is that kind of redundant there? I don't quite get it. What's up, squirrel? You want more corn? This one looks like a bunny rabbit by the head. Okay, we'll get more corn. So, I found all this at the neighbor's house in the trash. These are unopened seltzer waters, so we'll use those and recycle the cans. Then, yeah, got this great tin, which I could use downstairs for storage. There's stuff in here. There we go. Inside of here, I found a squirrel brush. Always need a squirrel brush. And, looks like a coffee maker. So, I think I'm gonna donate that. My wife says we can't eat these, but we can grow stuff with it, apparently. And a lot of this stuff I'll probably donate. Again, well, not again, but I'm going to the Salvation Army tomorrow, so yeah, these are kind of handy for scrubbing. I'm going to keep on that. It's self-cleaning, literally. Yeah, Stanley. I don't know what this stuff is. This one is amusing. It's a babysitter remote thing. It's got like a little remote job. I'm going to play with that for fun. Can always use more pencils. So, yeah, and a glass. Light beer. Give that to my brother-in-law for Christmas. Probably give this to the kids, but it's a brand unopened bottle of Steve Martin. And we'll probably recycle these, but they're cans. And they're Miller Lite. So it's not, oh, it's Bud Light. I don't know what the difference is. These I'm going to donate. This, however, I'm going to clean up and Google it. She's the real deal, guys. She's a Rogers. So she might be stainless steel. I don't know. This could go for a lot because it's, you know, maybe it's a Christmas present. I don't know. Put that right there. And yeah, so Spiralator, again, wash, donate. And, some cutting boards. Now, cutting boards I ain't going to use for food, but I'll put them outside and let them get cleaned on. And then I can use them for what I need them for. I can cut things on them. Well, he's on to me. I reload the feeder in the evening or in the morning, but sometimes both. This fucking cat just runs up here and jumps on my chair like she owns the joint. Well, I guess she does. Well, if I was to go out right now and buy a new car, ironically, that would be it, the RS5. This is Naughty. She's all-wheel drive. I think she's got a bi-turbo V6 in her. Little carbon fiber accent. Of course, I get the manual. Large panoramic, huge ass brakes. This is the one. Now, of course, these are about, I think, 75,000 now. So Gonna wait a few years for this to get used. Look, it's even got a little side sensor. She's got intelligence senses. Yeah, not sure I get her in the white. The white does look pretty sharp. Bastards. Oh, and as we continue down, we come across this guy. She's a beautiful example of a 70s Porsche, but she doesn't get driven much at all. It really bothers me every time I go by this. So this is a Hobart. I know so because it says so. Boys. Troy, Ohio. And a hell of a grinder. That is a beast. Adjustable. I think it's coffee. And then the mixer. He's a bad boy. Sure it's a 110 though. They can make me some cookies. I'm in Minor Road trying to find some packages. Good to see the geese are still here. That's a good sized puddle. This place looks like a shithole. Actually, I shouldn't say that. This is the old MR area, which had offices and desks. It's been completely remade. Or is that the old MR area? I don't. Yeah, this is MR. I don't even recognize it. Not a clue. I'm doing my favoriteest thing, crawling in a dirty, nasty place, digging a hole upside down so this shit falls into my eyes. Got quite a pile right there. So we're gonna vacuum that up and go back in there, and we'll be broadcasting from underneath the floor. Here's the deal. This is magnetic. It's attached to a rope. I'm gonna stick this pill up into the floor area and then pull it up with a magnet. That's the theory. So we need a hole that big. However, oh, by the way, I can't vacuum this stuff up because it fills the thing. So we need a drill bit like that. It's big enough to allow this to pass, which it's just barely. Now, I need to get, there's the floor, I need to get the other side of that. So if I look real careful at that gap in the floor, you can see the light. So I don't want to drill there because if there's light, that means it's not underneath the floor. The floor is over there, not right there. So I'm going to be drilling over there, but you see there's a cavern in there. And so a regular drill bit doesn't work. I got to go like at least 3/4 of an inch past that. So, and that's way in there. So I'm hopeful that this will get in there. And it can. And I still got some left. So that's what we're going to do. And then it's going to fall on my face. I wish I knew where my safety glasses were. Oh, those in the garage. That's safe. Got to get those out. They didn't want to come out. Okay, it's up in the hole. It's up in the cavity on the first floor. I can't tell you how hard that was because I needed to stick it up 6 inches. It kept sliding onto here, so it was on the side. I finally jammed it in there, then pushed this up. This is non-metallic, being brass. And there was no like hole or anything that I could put it on. It's just got a clip. And then the metal clip kept flipping on itself. So it's in there. So if I can attach that at the bottom, I can use the magnet and slide it all the way up to the top of the wall. There's the opening there. I can grab it, then tie a rope to it, pull it back down, tie the rope to the cable and pull it up. See that cable there? That cable goes to the light switch. It's about 15 feet too long. I cut that off, use that up there, put a little box in there, just like the box I took out. Get really tired of this. This pile here, when I'm successful, is somehow going in here because I'm done with this. Every time I turn around, it falls down on me. So just gotta go because I really want to get down to here, and then well, that's a future project, but it's in the head. Ow! Don't poke the head. These are my wives. I have no fucking clue what they are for. Apparently they're a wall in her parents' basement in the 70s. I don't fucking know. Well, I captured it. It's right here. And I was able to bring it up. And twice now it fell right there. So I don't know what's there. I have a feeling there's something with the wiring or down here. Unfortunately, I don't have a good picture of this wall when it was open. I do know from up here that this is a stud there and a stud here. Studs on the side of that. And there's no insulation. There's insulation in there. So it's a free cavity. And there's wires in there. And I think that's what's getting me, is the wires that are in there. I think I'm getting tied up there. So I'm gonna hate life. Have to go to this bay, which isn't a big deal, except all my holes are in the wrong place. So I think I'm gonna realign that. I hate to do this, but establish where it is. The hole, I think it's right here. Then measure off there to go the other side of that 2x4. But then I don't know where they put that on there. So really I'm over to here. There's a limited point. I can't go, the wall's there. You see how that kind of far, not so far, far. So the outside's over there. Well, you can tell where the outside is. It's on that. It's right on there. So I guess I could use this cavity. I didn't really want to drill there because I thought I could drill here. And this is kind of where the lights are going to be, is over there. Why is that? Oh, that doesn't matter. But yeah, we're gonna, because the lights are gonna down there. They got a little bit of a gimbal on them, but they're gonna want them back there. But if I pull them through, these rafters go this way, so that's no big deal. You can tell that way. Gonna have to cut all the insulation, but that's not a big deal compared to all the other fun. We'll just tape in some pieces back. Okay, so to go downstairs, crawl underneath there, pull the thing, get it back in the side, figure out how far over, and then drill another set of holes. Woohoo! That's fun. No, it isn't. Can't believe it, but I got to. So you see that thing up there? That shiny thing? I dropped that from the other side. From the very top of the ceiling. It managed to fucking come all the way down there because I couldn't get past that one part. I went upstairs and wiggled around and couldn't get the magnet. So all I gotta do is grab that and pull. Son of a bitch. That's excellent news. This is what they said, the money shot. So right now I got a pulling tape. I can pull the cable up with it. That's a big hole. And then, like I said, you can see the floor above, so I just made it. So it's taped up against there and unwrapped. And yeah, this shit's really slippery. I'm using is fishing tape. It's like a fiberglass tape. I got it out of the trash at work, so the electricians are just throwing it out, so I grabbed 2 bundles. So very strong, very thin, very flexible. I just gotta go pull that out carefully. So I'm gonna have to do this in 2 trips because my helper, well, she doesn't help and she's in bed. So there's that. Okay, after seesawing back and forth and coming back down and rearranging the wires so the 2 were pointed up, but the ground is pointing down, and then wrapping it around with more electrical tape, I finally got the fucking thing up there. So I'm gonna go vacuum this up and then vacuum me up and then go take a shower, and I'm done for tonight. Tonight's Friday night. Woohoo, look what I'm doing. I am gonna look forward to rearranging this wood. I gotta put something in underneath there. That's just, there's no point. No point. Anyhow, I gotta go down there and clean up, eventually put the box in. I'm gonna keep pulling some more of this out as I need it. I just got it out, so I only have like a foot sticking out, but vacuum, and yeah. The next one's over here. I gotta pull a wire for an outlet, but that's for tomorrow. That should be equally as fun. In some ways worse, because there's insulation in the wall. Okay, this morning, or what's left of it, I got a center line on the middle of the window. You see that hits the middle of that joist. So I'm gonna mark that spot as the center. And I'm gonna measure out equal distance and then a little bit of an offset. So this is for the lights. So I'm not sure what it'll end up being, but I obviously can't put a light inside of a joist. That won't work, but I could put a side. So why do I need this? So I need to find out where that one's gonna be. Then I gotta drill a hole through all these, getting over to there, pull the cable through, get some extra loop in there. I don't think the can lights are gonna go back farther than this line where the drywall's been removed, so I'm gonna pull it back at least that far, coiled up so I can grab it, because basically when I'm done, I'm putting the drywall back. I'm gonna make a hole big enough for that, and then I gotta stick my hand in there and grab the wire, hook it up to here and push it all back in and call it a day. These come with quick terminals, and little box fits through the same hole, and you can switch light frequency. This pops in. It's got little brackets to keep it from coming back out, and we're on our way. The next step is to want an outlet like that over here. There was supposed to be one, didn't get there, so that's going to be a challenge. But I think at the end of the day, I'm going to find where the stud is. Stud's right there. It'd be over here. I'm going to make a hole here, push a rod down. I may even make a hole here that I can patch easily. This will be hidden by the cabinets, but I got to get it all the way down. So basically I'm going to push my rod all the way down, hit the bottom, go downstairs, make a hole, and hopefully join the two. And yeah, this worked out really well. Definitely gonna have to save on that. So that's today's plan, get this ceiling done. Once I got the ceiling done, then I can go get the drywall. She's right there. Bring the drywall in, carry it myself. Got to put the drywall stand up. This time I'm gonna orient it so that it goes, you lay it down and it goes up. Last time I did it like that, and the room isn't big enough. I wasn't far enough out to rotate it. So I got to be cognizant of sides and angles and stuff, because I want to put it back where it was and use the same holes, because I'm lazy. So yeah, that's the morning plan. I've been wondering how they got the power to that cable. So this light switch controls the light. If I go up here and I use my contact voltage device, and I use my foot, nothing happens. So I wonder where that goes. It definitely comes from down there. I was hoping that that was that cable. Then I would just remove that piece of drywall, and rearrange and get the line to pull the line back up and go that way. So let's see. Okay, it's the light outside. Damn, that would have been too easy. Oh well, I literally have no idea. Well, I know where it comes from, but I don't know how it gets to there. Doesn't go down. That one goes down. That one, which is gonna get connected to here. Shoot over. Shit. Okay, well, that would have been too easy. I almost made a fuck up. I was here and I didn't drill that hole. I should have started that hole first, but I started this hole first. I was about to finish this up. I'm like, oh shit, I better drill a hole and pull through, because the wire can't hang like that. So well, the next thing to do is do exploratory on this area here. I'm gonna pull that power cable up to there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But that's all buttoned up. I added 2x4s because there wasn't a nailing surface on this side, just to give it a little oomph. And plus I have plenty of scrap 2x4s. Okay, so I got that piece out. I got a hole, and what I'm gonna try and do is drop, well, I'm gonna have to push down because of the insulation, but I'm gonna try and stay on the outside of the insulation and go straight down. That works, and I just pull it back up. Which reminds me, I gotta clip on my other end because my wire, I guess I can pull it down. That probably makes more sense. I can from the basement. That's gonna be the next challenge. It was no joy getting it down here. Now, I'm thinking about this and it makes my head hurt. I made my holes big enough so I could run 2 wires through. And yeah, I got to get the wire down there. That just happened by happenstance. Maybe I'll make another hole. I'm not sure. But the box for the power is right there. So I just have to go do all to make a hole. I'll probably just use that hole and just shoot it straight down. So yeah, time to go exploring. This is getting to be a little dusty, but we got it there. It's up against the 2x4. And now it's here. So at least I can track the progress. Just need to get to here. So the 2x4 is right there. So we should have made the hole over here. Oh, good. It's snowing. Yay. Okay, at the moment, the line over there. I'm trying to miss. So there's a box here, but that's on this side of the 2x4. So this area is open. However, over here we have a box. So I think I'm past that box. So that box happens to be right around here. So I gotta give a little bit of slack here. So you can hear it. So feed it some slack while we're doing that. So 3 more feet to go. Well, I'm gonna use this bad boy downstairs to drill another hole. I got the ready to all the way down to here. That's where my tracer wire is. So my hole is over there. I'm gonna make a new hole over here and hopefully grab that SOB. And up, over, down, and pull. Now, I think he wants to put a box inside a box. I don't know, so I'll ask about that. He being what's gonna be here. Well, I got it. There it is, tied to the string. I'm gonna put some tape around there and pull it back up. What did it was putting the super magnet on the end of a spring around that loop and just fishing around until it grabbed the magnets, which I don't have in my pocket, but that worked. So went in and cut that off because it's just got to go over there, and we'll get pulling. Oh, she goes across there, comes there, shoots over there, goes down there, comes out there. So that one's done. I'm gonna have to pull some slack, put some wire staples in there, and then I gotta put some of that insulation back. I think I'm just gonna put a piece of fiberglass or something in there just to keep it from falling down, because it doesn't help if it's not there. Plus, that's only R3, or I'm sorry, 3 inches, 4 inches. So we'll get that back into there. Then we can zip this back up. Probably put another nailer there because I can, and put that piece of drywall back up. Put this big piece of drywall back up, and go take a long shower. Oh, what did I use on this project? Well, I used these. I used them from Harbor Freight. They're just wire pushers. They're good for close quarters because they're only 1 foot long. And you can measure your progress easy. 1 stick, 2 stick, 3 stick, 3 feet. Electrical tape. Chewing on a piece right now. This kind of worked with the magnet in the wall. Then I have my round, my really long wire fish. That works for here. Problem with that one is it's curled, but it's 1 piece, and like here I couldn't put the sticks in very easily. So yeah, like you don't just build a house with a hammer. There's a hammer and a drill. So you have to do the same with putting wires in. So 3 things, pull it through. Yeah, we'll get going on that. Yeah. So this is the contraction one uses when they're by themselves to do drywall. So we'll just lift that up, slide into position, and start putting these in. Well, that's a keeper. It keeps most of the dust in there, and it does a really nice job, and it's adjustable. It just didn't work for an 8-inch hole, which is what I bought it for initially. And there's 1 hole, there's the other hole, there's the other hole. So basically I pull the wires down, strip them, attach them to the electrical box. There's the end. The end goes to the light pops up after you plug it in, and you orientate it. And yeah, this will be up in 15-20 minutes, and then I got to go in the basement and wire the wires together. Then this will be done. And we got our power cable thing, where we talked about that. So a lineman once told me never to touch the bare copper wire that goes up to the ground in case the neutral's loose. And I'm looking at this guide wire, and it's literally touching the power line. So I told Spike not to touch that. He peed on it. He didn't seem to be suffering, but I don't think he was well grounded. But yeah, that's not right. It is definitely not right. Actually, on further inspection, it looks like it's just the solid wire, but still, looks a little ghetto. Very odd. I did go to 2 estate sales today, one on Friday. The sale's pretty lame. I got some mini car fuses. This is just a piece of precision steel with that size, so I'll put that upstairs for woodworking. You want 3/8 of an inch, or I'm sorry, 3/4, 3/8, or 6. It's there. This clearly is broken, but it actually still feels good in the hand, and it's a parting knife for when you're like in a lathe. It has any signs on it. This one, which I tried to find a matching handle for, is a parting knife as well. Enhance. She's I don't know where she's made. Enhance. Oh, this isn't enhancing. Super Enhance. It's hand stamped. It's warranted. So that's good. W. Messopins? I don't know, but it looks fairly old. Just missing a handle, so that would fit like that. Sometimes you only got one hand when you switched them. This is an impact device, so you bang on it here, and it turns the 3/8 socket there. I have one of these, but without the socket built in. Then today at an estate sale in Aurora, I just got, this is all $5. Some 2-cycle synthetic oil. I like these because you can fill the top up and mix the amount you want and then just pour it in, not making a big mess. Contact restorer. It's probably got bad ingredients in there. It's for professionals. Chemtronic still works. That stuff tends to last a long time. Wheel cleaner, because I could throw it in there. Silicone spray. She's even got, the straw in there. And again, this stuff tends to last long, unlike paint. This does make noise. It's spar urethane. It's made in Cleveland. That's good. 27, wherever that is. This stuff lasts forever. Some Elmer's glue, wood glue, just because threw it in there. It's still good. Top's pretty good shape. New finish, because once a year, bullshit. But it's not hard. Then these, again, I just grabbed them. This is a Duralast T45. 7 extra, so I break one. T55. This, I broke one of these a while ago. This one's a pretty good one. This is a Titan. Then this is a 3/8 to socket. And it, I don't know what, it just looked interesting. You can kind of use it like a little screwdriver. Came with a bit in there. Really odd looking bit. So, threw it in the box. So, I broke one of those, so it's a good idea to replace on that. So that was this week's haul. So in the mid 80s, I had a friend of mine build these. I bought the wood, it's popular wood, and there's shelving strips along there and a couple of shelves. Now there's 2 like this, and then the shorter one that I put my turntable on. I don't know where the shorter one is, but this has been decommissioned from the living room, so I thought I would, kind of clean her up. She's a little rough. It's been 85, almost 40 years. The shelves, I just started sanding. This one's mostly done. It's definitely, I think I'm going to try and fill that in epoxy wise, and I got to get this one color, and then we'll stain it. This one's got, I don't know what happened here. It's just basic popular. This is the downside. You can sell the down because of this shelf stuff. But yeah, it's I spent $100 in the wood alone. That was a lot for somebody in my situation in 1985, no job and going to school. And there's the sanded product. Probably do a little more sanding. I'm getting a little tired tonight.